continuing story of Peyton Place. Starring Ed Nelson as Michael Rossi, Ryan O'Neal as Rodney Harrington, Barbara Parkins as Betty Anderson, Christopher Conley as Norman Harrington, Patricia Morrow as Rita Harrington, James Douglas as Stephen Cord.
Tonight, Joe Rossi is on the outside looking in. He saw his older brother, Dr. Michael Rossi, take Marsha Russell out to dinner after he'd been asked by Dr. Rossi himself not to bother Marsha's daughter, Carolyn. To Joe, the door of the Russell family somehow is open to his brother and slammed shut against him.
Hi.
That's a small hello. Look, about what happened at the shoreline. Can I come inside?
I guess.
Wow, this is pretty nice. Look, about what happened at the shoreline. You got the wrong idea. I just wanted to dance. You were the only girl I knew besides the wife of the guy I came with. And already I felt out of it, and then when you put me down in front of your friends, I blew it.
Well, why didn't you ask me to dance?
I did.
No, I said ask, not make it seem as though I had no choice.
I was afraid you'd say no. I mean, that's why I came on so strong.
Is that why you always come on so strong?
It's got a lot to do with it. You ever been to the fights? You know, the boxing matches.
No,
Would you like to go?
I never thought about it.
I mean, it can really be exciting, especially if you go with someone that knows the game. They can put you right inside the fighters' heads. You know, there's a lot more going on than just two guys throwing punches.
Did you fight?
Golden gloves. But I can tell you about that on the way down.
Oh, you mean tonight?
Yeah, I got 2 tickets my brother and I were supposed to use, but,
He went out with my mother instead.
yeah. Listen, I don't have the car, but we still got time to catch the bus to White River. We won't see the prelims, but we'll be in plenty of time to catch the main event.
Joe, I'm sorry, but I can't go tonight.
Why not?
Well, I have homework to do.
Well, homework? Well, why didn't you tell me before?
I didn't know that you meant tonight.
You said ask, so I asked.
Well, can we make it some other time?
Why don't you just be honest and level with me? And say that you don't want to go out with me. That you're afraid of losing some of your social standing.
And what social standing got to do with it?
Well, you're Marsha Russell's daughter. You just can't be seen with anybody.
No, I have homework to do, really.
Yeah. But I bet you'd put it aside. Say if Jeff asked you to take a ride in his dune buggy.
Joe, why are you so insecure?
The girl read a book and found an N word. Who are you to call me insecure? I finally got a look at this high-class home. That you need a pass key to get through the front door. You know, it really isn't so special. I mean, maybe the rugs are a little better than the ones I grew up with. And there's more pictures on the wall. But it still isn't any mansion.
Joe...
Look, you know what you and your mother are, huh? You're 2 bit snobs. You got just enough to make a splash in this small-town pond.
I think you'd better leave now.
Don't worry. I'm not an animal. You won't have to fight me off. Let me tell you something, little girl. There's a great big world out there, full of people who don't think anything like you or your mother. But you're so used to marching in lockstep with your neighbors that you don't have no time for anything different. What do you see when you look at me, huh? A dumb high school dropout that doesn't have anything going that would possibly interest you?
You know, I never said you were dumb. Just rude.
What do you know about me? Huh? Maybe my brother's got all the fancy manners. But he didn't get all the brains. I got my share. I could have made it out of high school easy if I wanted to.
Why didn't you?
Because I was bored out of my mind. Say I stuck it out, got a diploma, even went on to college. What would it get me?
Maybe a job with a future?
Once you get on the treadmill, you don't get off until they bury you. I know I want something more than a paycheck. I want something that's right for Joe Rossi.
Lifting crates on the loading dock isn't much of a challenge.
What'll do for now until I want to move on. That's what bugs your mother, isn't it? That you might be seen with Joe Rossi, who works with his hands. She says he's a no-no. He's beneath you. That you got to save yourself from Mr. Right.
No, my mother doesn't talk like that.
She doesn't have to. She's already got you brainwashed. She laid down the rules. She better not let you catch her breaking them. See you around.
Well, now that's... No. I'm fine.
We will share. I couldn't finish it anyway, so waste not, want not.
Thank you. Thank you. How's Carolyn?
She's still fighting you.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, the poor darling, she just doesn't understand. It's hard being a teenager. And then have to cope with a divorce.
Yeah.
Mike, what brought you to Peyton Place?
The 802 from New York.
I guess if I were a conductor, I could be thrilled with that answer.
A lot of things.
What keeps you here?
The same. A lot.
Why did you become a doctor?
Want me to sing you a couple of choruses of the Hippocratic Oath?
Oh, that's the way it works. You ask and I answer.
Well, it's a long, dull story.
Mike, I've got a lot of time, and I don't wear a watch.
Well, you know, sometimes you choose a way of life that is, well, that's the means rather than the end. And something that will allow you to get away from, well, whatever it is you want to get away from. You know, personal responsibilities, your environment, your family, whatever it is. Anyway, there's something that you do. You do it so hard. I mean, people call you dedicated. You know, you do it hard, but not because you like it. You don't even think of that. You do it hard because you know that if you don't do it well, you'll have to go back to, well, whatever it is you're trying to get away from. Then one day, you suddenly realize, to your complete surprise, that you're totally dedicated, and there isn't anything in the world you would rather do.
That sounds very exciting.
And frightening, too, because, well, the excuses you made, or the justifications for doing it, no longer have any value. And then if you hold back, if you don't do it as strong as you can, then you're cheating yourself.
Where did this all happen to you? In New York?
Yeah, well, we got into an association with several of the doctors, and we had a very good practice beginning, and so much so that I found it hard to keep track of my patients. So I developed a filing system, excellent system, somewhat impersonal. I had them all on these little 3x5 or whatever it is, index cards, and before they come for an appointment, I would just select their card, and they would bone up on it, you know. So much so that I began to know the card itself much more than the person it represented.
And it was time for the 802.
Am I sounding as pompous as it seems?
No.
Well, I think it's a little too early, really, for me to be this mellow.
It must be the wine.
You've forgotten about my background, my heritage. And this is red milk. So I rather think it's the company. Yes, I very definitely think it's the company. Oh. Well, that was good. All right. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Did you ever hear the expression, deja vu? Did you ever hear that?
Isn't that where you suddenly experience something and feel that you've lived it all over before?
Yeah. That's the way I'm beginning to feel now. You want to go home?
No. No, I don't want to go home. That's where I think I should go home.